Today we sat in St Peter's Church in Divis, West Belfast, and we were gathered there with members of the Ballymurphy community, other political activists and some politicians, and we watched as the inquest into the Ballymurphy Massacre was streamed live to those gathered. The Ballymurphy Massacre was a days-long, catastrophic event that had a decades-long effect on the community, on those that witnessed innocent people being callously murdered on our streets, and on the families of those innocent victims who expected mothers and fathers, sons and daughters to come home, but they didn't. And these families have been fighting for truth and for justice for 5 decades since. Today, they got that truth, a truth that they had already known but had to fight for, and that fight goes on until they get the justice that they deserve.
In August 1971, I was a young lad running about Emmadoon, and reports were coming in of shootings throughout the Belfast area, and especially in West Belfast. Now, I didn't fully understand what was going on because I was only 13 at the time. I had already seen a young man, Desi Healy, being shot dead on Emmadoon Avenue. But then, as adults were standing about the street corners outside the shops and outside their houses, we got to hear that more people were being killed over the following days in Ballymurphy. We couldn't believe how many people were killed. We didn't understand it fully, but it ended up there was at least 10 people were shot dead in Ballymurphy and other parts. In subsequent years, I got to know a lot of people family members, lads who were there, and we spoke about it. And it was something there that I grew up with and was more than aware of a lot of what was happening.
It's also no coincidence that on the day of this inquest, the Queen of England is giving a speech in Westminster, setting out her supposed priorities regarding an armed forces bill which will protect gunmen like those who massacred innocents in Ballymurphy during Bloody Sunday in Derry and elsewhere. They know, like us, that the truth is on the wall, and they're moving now to secure their own interests in the face of increasing demands for justice.